So, the other day, Shalom, I made a video the other day about one Kingsley Okonkwo.
So, with Pastor Kingsley trending with his tattoos, a lot of people have shared different opinions about it, but then he came out to double down on it. It's saying that he's going to have more tattoos, and even God has tattoos. That's what he claims.
You see, let me tell you that you will be able to gather some people, okay, no matter the quantity that you have gathered people, because the people are gullible, people are uninformed, you know it. And then if you are heartless enough to take advantage of it, okay, and then you have gathered these people, if you have gathered them for good, because the only good that you can gather these people for is to take them to the kingdom. If you have gathered them together so that you can do a project, so that they can call you our pastor, so that they can deceive themselves. When they see you, they clap their hand, they are say, Pastor, you understand? And you yourself, you are enjoying the attention. And then they are contributing money, people are doing projects. Maybe you are building auditoriums, university, or hospitals, whatever you are doing some good humanitarian works. Now, that is not the purpose of the coming of the master. So if you gather these people together, you use them for all these kind of communal projects, but you do not take them to the kingdom, then you have robbed these people, you have destroyed them. And that is what the work of the false prophet is. It's not like as if the false prophet will be a cannibal. There will be cannibals. I told you there are different types of false prophets. There are false prophets that are educated. There are false prophets that are illiterate. There are false prophets that engage wizardry, that engage sorcery, that engage rituals. Even in broad daylight, there are prophets like that use sorcery to attend to their members. And after that, okay, they will do a service and pray and say the Lord. If you are not dealing with the Bible, you are free to start your religion and call yourself anything you want to call yourself. But if you are carrying the Bible, then you have to follow the Bible. Praise Yahweh. And so there are many people, they are not following the scriptures that they are, but they have a spirit that is controlling them. They are fellowshipping. Some are using rituals. Some have buried, they have buried spiritual items. What they call jazz, juju. They have buried it in their altar. They begin to tell you about this altar, come to this altar. Some people have all kinds of. Are you kidding yourself? It is you that you are a blind follower now. Look at the news, or go to police and say, what have you people discovered in all the cases of, pastors and prophets that have been arrested and tried for real crime, like human sacrifice, like kidnapping, like rape, like robbery. Some pastors actually that have churches have been found guilty of these things, murder, different things, mass murder, racketeering, so drug peddling, so pastors have been found in different, criminal activity. Okay, now in this kind of activity, make research. What have they found? Have they found those ones that they open their church and they see spiritual items that pertain not to the scriptures? That have, sorcery, items for sorcery, for divinations, for enchantments, for jazz, for what we call juju in Africa. Many of them have done rituals before they start. Many of them have spiritualists, native doctors that is helping them to gather the crowd. You think it is easy to gather crowd and hold them? It is mammon. All is onto the service of mammon. Praise Yahweh. And so when these men are serving mammon, the fact that you gather crowd, it does not make you a real prophet now. The fact that you control people. He went to write tattoo. And I saw him in another video. After I made the video, and everybody is trying to make video, but it is clear from the book of Leviticus, according to the commandment given by Yahweh, that you should not make any markings of your body. The buffoon came out again to be saying that he's reading from Isaiah, that the Lord has engraved you in your palm. He's reading from Revelation, that the vision that somebody saw, that something was written in the time of Messiah when he was coming. Can you imagine that? Look, you see what he's doing there. He say, okay, do people do tattoo on their palm? Yahweh is a spirit. So if he's telling you that I've engraved you on my palm, he's giving you a metaphor. You think it's really engraving? He's giving you a metaphor. In fact, when they say that your body is the temple of the Lord, do you think God is living in your body? Do you think that Yahweh will leave his throne and come and live in your body? It's a metaphor for his word that is in your heart. When they say that his word is engraved on your heart, that you will write your law on your heart. Have you ever seen somebody now? Is it possible now that they make a surgery of a believer and they will see the law of Yahweh written on their heart? You see the stupidity of this kind of people? And then he still has the effrontery to come and be quoting those ones and say that God has tattoo. Now, even if, let us assume now, as daft as you are, if God has a tattoo, and now as a God now, he gives you commandment that you should not have tattoo, is that not enough for you to obey the commandment? What you have done now by reading Isaiah and saying because God say he engraved his Zion upon his palm, that means he has tattoo, and so you can go to the tattoo shop and draw a tattoo when he has commanded you that you should not make any tattoo of anything on your skin. Do you know what you have done there? You have done exactly what the devil did to the Messiah when he took him up the pinnacle of the temple and quoted Psalm 91 to him, that he shall give his angels charge over thee, that he should jump up, that shall give his angels charge over thee to bear you in their hands, so that you will not dash your feet against a stone. He was quoting from the scriptures in the book of Psalm. The devil quoting the scriptures to the master, and tempting him to jump. And that jumping now is a disobedience to the commandment of the Father, who said that thou shalt not tempt the Yahweh their Elohim. You must not put your Elohim, your God, to test at any time, to say, okay, let me see whether God can work miracle, let me see whether God can deliver me if this snake bites me. Never you. And so the devil was using the scriptures to lead the master to break the commandment. And that is exactly what you are doing. So you have used the scriptures as the devil to break the commandment that he said you should not make tattoo, and you are now convincing believers, and you are making out that nobody can kill you, that you will stock your own. No, nobody can kill you. No, the master, he said, fear Yahweh, who can kill you and put your soul in hell, in total damnation. He said, if you don't, he said, I tell you whom to fear. He said, fear Yahweh, who can kill the body and put the wicked soul in hell, and continue in eternal torture, where the fires will not quench and the worms will not die, and they will eat your soul to sorrow. Listen, you the believer, be careful. There are false prophets out there. Like my videos, my dear. Share my videos. Share it to believers, those that call themselves Christians. Listen, we are in a very, very special time in human history. Mark my words. As you can see now, that United States of America, have sent flotillas of armadas, of military assets to the Middle East. You have no idea what is going on. I say we are in a special time. As a believer, you need some information, just to get some information that you can use for yourself, okay? For preparing for yourself. For that journey, I tell you that we are traveling in a journey. Nobody knows the road. But you need some information. This information is to help you interpret the map, which is the scripture, on your own, your privacy. Not you go to church and pastor will be entertaining you with different kind of stories, and you say you worship, lift your hand unto the high. The spirit is just here flowing. I hear a word of knowledge and I hear a prophecy. You think that is what you want to carry to the kingdom? No, on your own, just take the scriptures and study them with information I will give you, and let Yahweh give you understanding. Pray for understanding. Pray for understanding. If you don't have understanding, you cannot make it to that kingdom. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. Peace be unto you. Shalom.